Yes, we're back. Well, Under the Golden Gate. Be sure and visit us at underthegoldengate.com where you can see all kinds of lovely footage of all the amazing performers who are here in San Francisco and part of our lives. Go behind the scenes for current plays and musicals and see all kinds of performances. As a matter of fact, in just a few minutes, we'll show you one of our Darling Gunsel videos, which we are so excited about. They turned out so well.
Rock and
But
roll.
I am so super excited to welcome to our studio somebody we've been trying to get on for a while, and we're super excited. This is Ben McCoy. Now, Ben,
Tell me all your secrets.
oh, see, there she goes. Well, we know that Maria is all excited about just taking Ben apart. But beforehand, I just want to tell you, I've known you for a while, especially through the Cinch. I've seen you there and talked with you, and I've always thought you come off as very smart and funny. And I've seen you perform. I've seen you do spoken word and all that kind of stuff. And so I just want to know.
I speak words.
She does.
It's
all in
true.
rows. It's amazing.
Very
But
smart
I just want to know a
words.
little bit about you and what you do and what you're thinking around town and all that. And I love your necklace full of clocks.
Well, this is Betsy Johnson. This is Betsy Johnson. This is Givenchy Mail.
Nice.
And this is from a thrift store. But yeah, the Betsy Johnson piece is called Time is Everything. No, what does it say? Time flies, but I like to call it Time is Money.
There you go.
Because
It's a
I
good
like
way
to
of
be
looking at it.
punctual.
Very good.
Yeah.
You were here tonight, definitely.
But I'd like to rephrase that as punctual. Punctual.
Punctual.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Timing is everything with a cunt. And I'm not talking about genitalia.
No, it's about
No.
attitude. Yes.
My friends know, yes, what I speak of, yes.
People want women with attitude, with power, and confidence.
Well, and someone who will show up and be
Yeah.
professional, a businesswoman.
And be there.
I'm serious.
Businesswoman.
I'm completely serious. So I've been in San Francisco for 4 years, and I love it. I think I'm going to stay. Don't test me, though. But my major complaint with the city is that people will flake out very often, and I think it's the consistent cannabis cloud that hazes upon the city, which I have no complaint over as far as the creativity goes. But why can't if you're going to say you're going to be somewhere at a certain time,
Right.
you know, I mean, unless you're going to show up looking like this, then that makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense because they were so busy becoming gorgeous.
Yeah.
Or
but,
attempting.
Yeah, but when you show up schlepping,
With flip-flops on.
I don't understand.
Well,
Yeah.
it's almost like a virus. Like, I'm not going to show up because other people aren't going to show up on time. I mean, other people blow other people off.
It is a contagious thing.
Yeah, it's
that-
very
yeah.
contagious. Like, where
I
I
mean,
come from in New York, if you don't show up, you're going to get your legs broken.
Oh, no, it's totally true.
That's where I come from.
Well, because you have to take an hour train, hour and a half,
Yeah.
and you get mugged and you get shat upon.
And then they don't show up.
You get a chicken wing in your hair, which I had happen once.
Oh, my God.
A chicken wing in my hair.
Or you got to
my
be
God.
an East Coast girl. You got to be. Where are you from originally?
I am originally from Kentucky. Speaking of chicken wings.
Really? How did
Kentucky.
you?
I
Isn't
am
that
a really good
came in on a
actress, am I not?
You came in on a meteor like Clark Kent, or what happened?
I I was adopted, so I came in on someone's meteor. Boy,
Clearly,
hey,
you are not of the stock.
Call
of
me, let me
Kentucky.
know. Are you my daddy?
Oh my God! So how did you tell us a great story? It doesn't have to be true about how you got to San Francisco.
how did I get to San Francisco?
Make
Well, embellish. How did I get to San Francisco? Well, girl, I was vacationing here once a year because the East Coast is very stressful and the Mexican food is shit. Speaking of shit, the burritos here are amazing.
Yes, they are.
And you know, once you have a really good burrito, it's like having a 12-inch dick that is well prepped by an hour-long rim session with an equally long, well-endowed tongue. It's
Okay.
just, it's an appetizer and an entree and dessert in itself. And that really was what San Francisco was to me. It was the full
big
meal.
dick.
It was a
Full
full
meal.
meal. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
It was
trying to be
like
classy
7
about it.
That's-
I'm trying to make food metaphors.
Yeah, it's like a 9 out of 10.
Well, you're about to make
Yeah.
Maria pass out, so I'm enjoying this immensely.
Yeah, of course. And it's like, everybody gets here on a different path. I identify, I guess, as a
If
as
you
a
call it that.
trans woman, not a drag queen. And it's weird. Like, labels don't mean anything, but it's saying they're ways to try to categorize people. So
Right.
it's like, do people ever try to ask you to categorize yourself? As to
Well,
because you're just the Ben McCoy. I mean,
Well,
like,
it
there's
is
no
really,
other.
it is really, really tacky that my name is Ben McCoy. That's what I was given, and thankfully, I have a really great family, and they're very supportive, and they continue to be so of me, and I'm very lucky for that. However, I found it very shocking that when I moved away to art school in Boston, many gay people and queer people would be like, "Oh, what's your name?" And I'd be like, "Ben," and they'd be like, "Oh no, honey, you're a woman now. What's your girl name?"
And I'm like, and you're just still between the different genders, which
I
love.
I like to take it back to like, and I've had people go even further and say, and I'll say, my name is Ben, and they'll say, "Oh no, you look like a Francesca to me," and then I say to them, "You are not Master John, and I am not your slave. You cannot rename me."
No.
I mean, and the etiquette in that is it's ballsy, it's absurd, and it's ridiculous.
It is.
And then when I call them out on it, they think I'm a bitch, which is true, but I'm not a bitch for that reason.
You're a good bitch, good kind of bitch.
I'm my own
Which is
person.
bad.
Yeah, but that's very limiting that people are still,
Yeah.
you have to be this, you have to do that.
Trapped inside these names or what we're going to call each other.
Yeah.
Oh, my name is Mary now. Are you happy now?
And I've even had people like grab my hair and be like, "Is all that real?" Blah 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 blah. And it's all like, first of all, don't touch me.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless I'm on stage and you're like throwing dollar bills and making it rain, you can tip.
Offering me a multi-million-dollar contract.
Yeah, you
maybe
can tip. You give me a little rub, a little pat.
Totally.
But don't touch me.
Yeah, it's like I remember the first time I saw you. It was at Truck. You were doing a read-in.
Oh my god!
And I
Truck.
was like,
back in the
girl
days. I haven't been there in years.
Oh my god, you were reading something like, "That girl is hot and smart and just on it. What is like?" I was like, and then I couldn't figure out which side of the fence where you were, and I was like, "This is just
made her little
great."
fake boobies tingle.
So what if you in the writings you do a lot of poetry, like if you could summarize it
I
down to
actually
one
don't
thing.
do a lot of poetry.
Readings,
I actually make fun of poetry.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I do
I
lots
like
of
that.
things.
And what's the message? What's the key message in all that?
Well, what's the key message? That's very hard for me to answer. I feel like I've been published in 2 books that are anthologies. I went on tour with Sister Spit in 2009. I'm in the Sister Spit anthology, and I did like a comedic essay about French drag queens.
Okay.
Do you know about the French drag queen? What?
Sounds very fun. Un autre, s'il vous
This
plaît.
was like a 2008. These 4 individuals dressed in drag, but apparently they must have had a faggot on board because they went into Harvey Weinstein's. Weinstein? I'm such a bad half Jew. So,
Why are so many girls Jewish?
But so
What's up with that? Anyway.
Profile Streisand.
Superstar.
So they stole over. I can't remember the number as 2008, but it was like $180 million. It's like the biggest jewelry heist of the world. 4 queens.
That's a movie.
And they were like passable, like people were like, we had no idea, yada yada yada, and that's the perfect disguise as being a passable tranny.
God.
And so then I did a story about how, like, why
It's like
would
the dream episode of Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, well, or it's like, why would a tranny want to rob a joint?
Oh my
why would
god,
a
can you
tranny
imagine
want
if
to
I had
steal?
$10 million of clothes I would buy? Oh my god,
Or-
the surgery I would have.
I could get out of a life of discrimination and hate crime. Laser hair removal is not cheap, girlfriend.
No, it is
And
not.
hurts.
One hair at a
It
time.
hurts.
We're all on a path
Fireballs
to
licking your face.
satisfy. The purpose of life.
I had it done. It hurt.
Did you really?
I had it done for the first time in Indonesia in March, and it hurt like a bitch. Yes.
Did they burn
Did
it
you
out?
go there
or they
for it, or
just-
you going there for some other thing?
I am an international lady of leisure, but it hurt very much.
Oh,
It hurt
I
very
heard you
much.
just did. I heard you just did a tour of the Pacific Rim.
Or whatever his name was.
And whatever.
Yes. Here's the vitamin B. I'm very health conscious. Please take your
Yay.
vitamins,
Vodka
children.
is very good for you. It's
What about
actually
drink,
made
though?
very, very pure spirits. And incidentally, alcoholics
need more?
have a
No,
higher
thanks.
than average IQ and have very, very clean
Oh, you
arteries.
saw that. You saw that post.
Yeah.
I
Now,
enjoy that.
I think the reason is you have to drink if you're going to know the truth. Because you're smart, you know the truth. You have to drink to deal with it.
Well, I think that I think maybe a little bit of that, but I think that you have to drink to deal with the people who don't know the truth.
That's
In other
very
words,
true.
Let me put it this way: the only way I'm getting laid is if I don't talk about anything important, I just talk about sex. That's my viewpoint.
Well, that's definitely a pathway.
It's a universal subject matter.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a very complex topic.
It's a bridge builder.
Yes. We are reproducing memes of pleasure and enlightenment, not memes of biology.
Me.
Yes.
So we are here on Polk Street. How long have you lived in the Polk Street area?
I have been here for 4 years.
4 years? I think I've been here about 6 or 7, and it's definitely a really interesting part of San Francisco.
I have to say I would be devastated if I had to leave.
Thank you.
You always have to let people know when their drink is coming.
Cabana
Otherwise,
boys.
it's just rude.
I know.
It's like letting the elevator door close. It's just nasty.
Well, there is that sometimes
Unless
that
you're in a
little
rush.
inward pleasure of watching it go clunk, clunk.
But you have to own that.
Somebody
You have
else
to
did
yell at
that
it.
to me, and I'm doing it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make it in this world.
So back on the Polk Street.
Oh yeah, but I've been here for 6 years and 4 years, and I'm bad with numbers, like my age. But I would be devastated if I had to move to another
Yeah.
neighborhood. I really would.
It's a great neighborhood feeling without being too anything.
I take the bus or the BART maybe twice, 3 times a month.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. A lady hates public transportation.
Well.
A taxi cab, fine. If you're paying, sure.
Yeah.
Otherwise, text
Yeah.
me, leave a voicemail.
Staying
Yeah,
in
it's
the
my
hood, huh?
favorite. Yeah. So I walk around and it's great. I burn some calories.
Definitely.
There's lots of great restaurants in the neighborhood.
Well, it's
I
about
love
the
that.
shoes. That's the thing. It's the shoes.
Well, in the arc.
Well,
Oh, those are quite lovely.
The arc.
that is. I love
art.
shoes that
The art.
have a little
The art.
pointy thing at the
They
end.
don't have those at
Do you like them to dig into your flesh, Maria?
Yeah, did you like pain and pleasure on their own or together? Or neither?
Pain and pleasure.
Yeah, like educate us about the benefits of combining them together. Unless you don't know.
I mean, I feel like when you say that to me, all I can think of is poppers are very important.
So true.
That's a little.
I mean,
It's a gateway drug to get things up
I
your
feel
butt.
like it's like a sandwich. If you don't have mayonnaise, I'm probably not going to want it.
So you need a little bit of a cream or an edge to it.
Yeah, I need like a painting. I need soft lighting.
Always soft lighting.
Soft
Good lighting
lighting,
is
poppers,
a key
mayonnaise.
ingredient, yes.
These are the things that I need. I require. I have certain requirements.
You're hearing it from the from the source here. Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, poppers, and vodka.
There you go. That's
And people say
name
I'm
of
hard
your
to please.
bio.
People say I'm hard to please. All the things that I require. you
Pretty
can find.
simple, easy things to buy at your local
Yeah, very easy.
corner
And
store.
why am I single?
Wait. So why are you single? So it's like, I always wonder, like, have people done everything they ever wanted to try, or like, if there's anything left, maybe it's just love. I want to be in a relationship.
Love.
I want to date somebody who will sleep with me every night and love me, but let me do my kinky shit, on the side, kind of an open relationship. That would be heaven to me.
Well, there you go.
What would be heaven to you? Heaven would be like,
Something to
you have
work
a
for.
partner, but you're allowed to go out and fuck all you want and do kinky shit. Like, what would be the ideal,
Or would y'all go out and play as a group?
Tell me more.
That sounds like what's his name? Chuck. How do you pronounce his last name?
Which Chuck?
Chuck.
Chink.
There you go.
Yeah, the guy that wrote Fight Club.
Yes, but more importantly than Fight Club is Beautiful Monster. Have you read that book?
No, I haven't.
No.
That's a really fantastic book, and I'm not spoiling anything, but one of the main characters is a trans woman.
Uh-huh.
And it's very complicated, it's very beautiful, it's very twisted, and that's when I was all like, you're cool. Even though you had Brad Pitt in your film.
Yeah.
I don't mind the Brad Pitt so much.
Well, Helena Bonham Carter was, leveled that off for me.
I did a movie with her one time. She was very nice.
She
She remembered my name and told me to tie my shoe one time. And I was like, oh my God, Helena Bonham Carter just told me to tie my shoe. So,
But Edward Norton must be cool. Is he cool?
He dated Courtney Love, therefore he must be cool.
Oh, he
got a
did
point.
Courtney Love during
or a
that
sadist.
movie with the
During
yeah.
Celebrity Skin era.
Yeah, that's right. So before you came here 4 years ago, where were you? Were you ever in the Matrix?
Was I ever in the Matrix? I don't do meth.
I don't, yeah.
So it'd be no. So, do you have anything going on these days that you want to talk about? Promote,
Oh, yes.
push?
I have. Let me open my Prada bag.
That's a list of.
Okay. So, this is Dr. Zabrowski's Hour of Power. This is happening.
Sounds spooky.
Well, yes, quasi/yes, I'm sure. It's July 26th to 28th. Starts at 8 p.m. It's a Counterpulse, and I don't know if the writer would describe it the way that I would describe it, but this is sort of like version 2.0, part 2. I saw it in November, and I thought it was hilarious, amazing, yada, yada, yada. And my only problem with it was that I wasn't in it. And that's not coming from like...
Oh, wow. You got Timmy Spence is in this.
Yeah, it's an amazing show.
Yeah.
And so the universe heard my criticism.
Okay.
And so Kevin...
At the Counterpulse Theater, 1310 Mission Street at 9th Street. I know that area very well.
Yeah.
That's where I threw my drag bar for many years, and it was quite a... I wonder if it's improved any. I don't think.
I will talk about this. Well, by the way, the show is about a gang of charlatan psychics. Need I say more?
No, fascinating.
But so, also about that neighborhood, which I just found out about. Oh my
What?
God. And I'm not usually this kind of a generous, charitable person to plug something that has nothing to do with me.
I know,
But the food is so good. So there's this little place right around the corner on Mission and 9th, Moya Cafe. It's this
Really?
little Ethiopian joint. Girl.
Ethiopian food. I like Ethiopian food.
Girl, okay, I tried the place on Valencia. This place is gorgeous. Moya, you make me regret myself in the best way possible.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. And I like the Counterpulse Theater. I've been to several nice events there, and I get their newsletter, and they're always doing interesting things. So everybody should just check it out, and they can go to Zebrovsky, Z-E-B, Zeb, Rov, ROVSKI.com to find out more. That'll be awesome. And you'll be in that with Timmy Spence.
And Rotimi from Faggots the Musical.
Yeah.
There's lots of and Baruch.
Is it
There's
Kevin
lots-
Seaman?
Seaman, yes. There's lots of professionals.
Yes,
They're all professional
including yourself.
businesswomen.
That's a
Lovely.
professional, Kevin
Now,
Seaman.
I also know that just the other night you were at a really interesting thing at Rebel, where you read the tweets of
Oh my
is it Amanda
God.
Bynes.
You guys,
How did that go?
Were you
I
there?
couldn't-
You were there, yeah?
No, I couldn't make it. I was doing this.
Oh my God.
No, yeah.
Was anybody there who's here right now? Yes?
Yeah.
Losers. All right. Anyway,
was there.
you missed
We were
out.
all here doing this.
So I did a show about Amanda Bynes, and we all read Amanda Bynes' tweets. Although I was the only one who became Amanda Bynes. I got, this is my own hair, but I got a wig and I shaved half of it. So it was long on one side. I did some fake dimple actions. I was doing this all night long. What is she? This is what I was doing all night long, like while I'm like reading the tweets.
Yeah. Very narcissistic, very fabulous.
No, twerking.
So, who is Amanda Bynes? What is she doing? Is she just some crazy person that keeps on tweeting on uncontrollably?
I didn't know who she was until she went crazy either.
Penny Singleton.
What?
She's Penny Singleton in the
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
From the Hairspray movie.
Oh,
Penny
Hey, you
Singleton.
got the face.
The movie or
The
which
musical.
movie?
The musical movie.
The
All
musical
I
movie.
know is that
Yeah.
she's a educated multimillionaire. Her
Right.
She's a Nickelodeon. She's another
Yeah,
child star.
yeah.
But I take offense
Going a
when
little
people
cuckoo.
say that she's the new Lindsey Lohan
No,
because
she's like the new Charlie Sheen.
thank you, because Lindsey Lohan will crash a car.
Yes.
She'll fall on her platforms.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
She'll ruin a film. But she will not walk out the door looking a mess like that.
No.
Not like that.
Yeah.
You know, I
She will
love.
not be ratchet.
You know, I believe that I hosted one of the first Lindsay Lohan nights in San Francisco when she was going to jail.
I love Lindsay Lohan is my spiritual animal.
Oh,
My
there you
animal
go.
totem.
What is it about her? Like, was she a tiger? Is she what animal is she?
Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah, she's like. What is
Lindsay
Describe
Lohan.
her like in one word.
Lindsay Lohan is a snake.
This is a snake.
Very
And she's just
A rattlesnake or a cobra?
she's just shedding her skin. She's having a moment. She hasn't gotten it all off yet.
Yeah, so she's
It
like.
takes a minute.
Yeah.
You know?
You know,
The
she had it
joke's on
going big there
everybody.
when she was like, at first she was like, the brand new Jodie Foster. And then she grew up in front of everybody, and that's really almost impossible to do these days.
Was it
Well-
calculated or is she just immature?
Well, I think,
She is the gift that keeps on giving.
she is on that. As a matter
Or,
of
I
fact, they
mean-
even did a night of reading all the
Oh my
Lindsay
God, are you
Lohan
gonna play
stuff.
Bossy?
I have Bossy,
Die.
yes.
That was my ringtone when I was like 24.
Well, it's a
your
good
life
one, and
seems-
I would have to play it in homage to you since you love
I love
Lindsay
her. I
Lohan so
do
much.
love her so much. She is
I was a big fan of hers. Unfortunately, the last few performances she's put in, she seems a little like she needs to get with some Lee Strasberg acting coach or something?
I think that she's in that hard place where she realizes that she needs... Well, here's what I think is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why is it that when Britney Spears was such a hot mess, people were so concerned for her, they were rooting for her, and
Right.
they gave that girl so many bones.
Right. Oh yeah.
Whereas with Lindsey Lohan, they're like, give me the match. I'm just going to set her on fire. Give me
so
the match.
is that the press- is it the press
she has
doing
what I
it?
call the Robert Downey Jr. syndrome, which is that she just keeps doing it, and then it keeps on getting
Well,
caught doing
I
it.
mean,
But is
and
it the press doing it, or is it really the crowd?
Well, she's in court.
Look, if you
Yeah.
want to have a drink and the girl, so how long has she been working? Do you know how long she's been working?
She's been working since she's like 2, isn't something like that?
Really?
3. But,
Okay, 3, that was close.
Thanks for
So she, in other words, she's not a
overdoing it.
normal
Yeah.
human being.
So, but
Yeah.
how many of you have been working since you were 3 years
Oh,
old?
I've been working
I was
it, but I
working
haven't been working.
I was rolling cigars when I was 1.
She's been working for like the
For
girl.
your dad?
The girl's having
Well,
her
at the
spring
plantation.
break. It's an extended spring break.
That's it. Party.
It
It
really
all
She
is.
hasn't been partying since she was a
I'm
little
actually
girl.
completely serious. This is a spring break moment.
And and do you think she'll rise out of the phoenix to rise out of the fire of obscurity, the way we're seeing Paris falling into it further and
I
further?
think that if a woman can survive 13 car crashes, she's gonna be all right.
I know. And if she can survive that picture that was taken of her when she was fucked up on the Oxycontin and passed out in that wreck. That was to me the good picture.
So,
I've seen
With
worse,
her
but
with her
that's-
mouth hanging out. That's a good one.
wait, the only thing I want to know is, have you ever tried OxyContin? Is it any good? Where can I get some?
Oh, says Maria, I haven't tried it.
I just
Oh,
wanna try it.
whatever. Girl, we put
There's
that in your
nothing
drink
like
and we
that.
keep you
There's
quiet.
nothing like becoming a woman and like taking some kind of narcotic and just drifting off into
To a lady
in a
enhanced
pink
days.
haze. Oh my god, you ever done that? Just drifted off into a pink haze.
Well, the first time I took ecstasy, I had like a what do you call them? A breakthrough.
Oh.
wow.
Yeah, I was 22.
Yeah.
And I had really bad self-esteem. Am I running on time? Should I shut up?
No, go ahead.
So
checking.
Oh, just
Make-
about
make it
ecstasy.
the close.
Keep
You're fine,
it going.
darling.
Keep it going.
Make it closer.
Well,
Make
we're
it
in the
good.
closing
Yeah.
stages, so
All right.
bring your
So
A
this
game.
is a really good.
Yeah.
This is a really
It's
good.
coming up,
This is a really good story. So
have no
I
doubt.
was double dared to take ecstasy by this guy who was hitting on me. He didn't know I was
Because
trans.
that always works.
Right.
Double daring.
Well, but here's the thing. I'm a
It does.
McCoy, and
Are you
I'm
like a McCoy from like the
Hatfields and McCoys. I said I'm
really?
from Kentucky. That's my family.
Ooh, family
Don't
out.
test a bit.
Don't get mad at me.
with her.
Don't send Kevin Costner
Okay.
with no musket.
It is true. So I was double dared to do ecstasy, and I was like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
And I did it with this guy, and then I'm hanging out with him, and then I'm all like, ugh, you're boring. Your technique is terrible. I'm out of here. This isn't even working. You're ridiculous. I get in the cab. I go back to my apartment. While I'm in the cab, I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. What is going on? Oh my God. And then, the cab driver's like, are you okay? Oh, great. I think you should get me home. Woo. Oh. So thankfully he gets me home. And then I run into my bedroom. I start stripping wildly, and I'm like just posing
great.
and
Yeah.
voguing in
Yeah.
the mirror, yada, yada.
Totally.
But then I was staring myself in the mirror, and it was like my brain just had this moment, and I had a double vision. And at that point in my life, I was like 22. I had really terrible, as many people who are trans or in marginalized personalities feel, had really negative self-esteem, and I felt really bad about myself and very critical, and I saw myself, how I was judging myself, and at that same moment, I was like, oh my God, this is how the people who hit on me or the people who enjoy me or think I'm beautiful see me. And it wasn't like that negative part went away, but it was like that, oh wow, you're actually like,
Right.
you look all right, like be kind to yourself, like this is beautiful, blah blah blah. Like we're not all Vogue magazine covers, we're not all walking around airbrushed every
It would
day.
be
Like,
nice, but it would be hard to do.
but it's lies. It's lies and technology.
And airbrushing.
It is.
It's people like it's really what's inside. It's like
Yeah.
there was a show called MakeDove.com. What was that, Philippe?
Oh, that Dove
How about this
commercial.
But yeah, it just shows how ridiculously.
positive.
But it's really like it's really like what is this fire burning inside of
Yeah.
you, girl? You know, I don't know what it is.
But that was a nice moment. It really improved my self-esteem for the rest
That's
of my
good.
life.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, many people when they
Yeah.
first take any kind of drug, whether it be LSD or ecstasy, and they get out of their bodies and their
Oh,
minds in a
yeah.
different way,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you perceive things differently, and it kind of unlocks some ideas that.
Oh,
that
it
can-
totally
I know that
unlocking is a
acid did
really
that for me.
good unlocking is a really good term.
Yeah.
Of course, you think you're going to die because you took too much. You pray to God, if you just make me survive, I promise I'll be a good person. You
And
ever
I
do
will
that?
say,
I promise.
You never
Yeah, and it works so well, Maria.
Oh, yeah,
Liar.
sure. Well, you know, that was just a trick. That wasn't really a spiritual
That's a proof
experience.
there's no God.
Whatever. I'm not
don't
giving
bring
up
her
drugs.
into this.
Good Lord. Don't bring.
Yeah. Do you think that God is a woman or a trans or a man? I think God's trans. What do you think?
Wow, you're assuming that I believe in God.
Exactly.
Well, just say that God is defined as being the universe, everything.
What sex is the universe?
Yeah. It's got to be trans. It's male and female, everything's male.
Well, as far as I'm concerned,
Right,
God
Andrew?
seems to look a lot like this.
On that note,
I'm
I
not-
want you to say
I'm not
1999.
saying I
Ben
won't
McCoy,
anything.
right?
That's what it
Words of
looks
wisdom and money from Ben McCoy.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I think we need to end with a toast
You
here.
know, the toast.
With,
And tell us, how
vodka.
can people reach you if they want to follow you and find out what your amazing exploits are and when you're performing? What's the best way to get in touch with you?
I'm lazy with technology, but I love people and alcohol. I'm on Facebook, so FB me. I have some terrible stalker boyfriends, so it might be hard. But I'm sure you know someone who knows someone who knows me. So
Don't we
make it
all?
happen. But if you send a message that flatters me in upwards of 1,200 words, you'll get in.
There you go.
Well, it's got to be good because it's got to.
It better be
Ben
good.
McCoy. Well, thank you so much for coming down and spending some time with us. Nostrovia, cheers. And hopefully we'll have you back soon. You can
Cheers.
keep us
Thank
up on
you.
all the amazing and funny things you're up to.
Bye, Joe.
So we are now going to go to music, Maestro. And of course, as promised, here's Lindsey Lohan singing her
course.
mega hit, Bossy.